doctor work for 9 months, 16 months, 19 months without getting paid?
But you see how much the farmers are paying for victims.
My thing is, government should all the stakeholders get that analysis together. The 3% for the oil producing community is too low.
But the support that is needed, and what to get the support, your energy will blossom.
This is Nigeria. You need to give people sense of belonging.
Good morning. This is Inside Nigeria on Leadership Television. My name is Winnie Fodebebo, and I have with me in the studio a leadership analyst, Paul Augustine Agu. Paul,
Good morning, good friend.
it's a pleasure to have you on today's program.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So let's see what the papers are saying this morning. And of course, we are starting with Nigeria's most influential newspaper, Leadership. On leadership, it says, NNPC apologizes to Nigerians over bad fuel, long queues. NNPC apologizes to Nigerians over bad fuel, long queues. Says we didn't see it coming. Assures scarcity will disappear soon. PDP decries planned 201 billion naira for clearing adulterated petrol. Dangote Refinery, CFTA will boost Nigeria's economic recovery, says IMF. I'll take the headline news again. NNPC apologizes to Nigerians over bad fuel, long queues. Says we didn't see it coming. Assures scarcity will disappear soon. PDP decries planned 201 billion naira for clearing adulterated petrol. Dangote Refinery, African AFCFTA will boost Nigeria's economic recovery, says IMF. Still on fuel situation in Nigeria is the story National Economy captured today on its front cover. Let's see what National Economy is saying. Losses from adulterated fuel, bad economics for Nigeria. Losses from adulterated fuel, bad economics for Nigeria. Perpetrators must not go unpunished, say experts. We are sorry, we didn't see it coming, NNPC says. That is on Leadership's sister publication, National Economy. So, Paul, we are still the issue of adulterated fuel, long queues, and hardship on common Nigerians has been so prominent this week. What do you have to say on this?
It's unfortunate that we are going through this same situation we went through decades ago. It shows that we have not learned from our history, and it's very, very embarrassing. Although the NPC has apologized, but saying that they didn't see it coming is not good. It's not good enough. It shows that they are not serious. It shows that as a nation we are not serious. We cannot even guide our borders. Sensitive borders as that has to do with the importation of very vital commodity as petrol. So it means that we'll just be any tanker that just sail through to our shores will just receive the product without checking. If somebody did something wrong, and perhaps the authorities are just trying to cover up for that person or group of persons, and that is not good. NNPC shouldn't have said, they would have said, we are sorry, but don't say we didn't see it coming. It shows that they are not serious. It shows clearly that they are not serious. And I can't understand why we should. I bought a bad product from, I'm a consumer. I bought a product that is, that I later discovered that the product was bad. Then I will now pay for that product to be fixed. It is wrong, Dan. It is wrong. Absolutely wrong. Why should we be spending 201 billion
to clean
adulterated fuel? Yeah. First and foremost, who produced the adulterated fuel? We should go back to the source and ask them to pay us compensation. We are supposed to, we've seen Tesla, Toyota, and other vehicle manufacturing firms around the world recalling cars because of mere brakes, hydraulic system. They recall cars. They even compensate buyers. Why are we spending 201 billion to fix adulterated fuel?
Now, I want to find out now with NNPC saying is sorry and taking, does it include taking responsibility for the actions it has caused?
I don't understand what you mean.
Because many people, what I mean is that many people have complained that the adulterated fuel damaged their engine.
Yes,
and they have
the
issues with their
president has
car.
also,
So
the president,
when you say you are sorry, that means you are accepting your responsibility.
yes, the president has directed, even before he left for Europe, that consumers should be adequately compensated. And recall Ipman also came up, the Ipman Moman, one of them came up that they are also compiling list of victims, people who were caught in this unfortunate web of bad petrol. So I don't know how they will do it at the end of the day. And I recall we discussed it here that trust Nigeria. Before you know, you see people start going to garages to pick old vehicles and say, look, my engine was affected. I don't know how to work it out. But it has been established that all victims will be adequately compensated at the end of the day. But I don't know how they go about it.
Okay. So, but how far about the long queue that is being experienced? Because we still see that even this morning there are still long queue in filling stations.
Yes.
And yesterday told us that pumps is bringing about 1 billion liters of petrol. So, how far? How are we seeing? So, when are we going to start seeing the effects?
From what I observed this morning, because I moved around from, especially along the airport road, I saw many of the filling stations with fuel. But some are not dispensing, but I saw long queue. Some have started dispensing. But compared to 2 days ago, many filling stations along the airport had fuel. That goes to tell you that in the next 24 hours, the queue will likely disappear or reduce to the lowest level. I think what people are doing now is just panic buying. It's panic buying. People are desperate. They don't know what tomorrow holds for them. But I see a situation whereby in the next 24 hours, the queue will gradually disappear. Because more filling stations now have fuel and they're dispensing. But trust Nigeria, the way we do, desperation. Nobody wants to follow the right steps to getting the product. People want to short, people want to take corners to get. Instead of taking going in one queue, you see about 3 queues, causing confusion and traffic, unnecessary traffic, gridlock along the road. But I see a situation where most of the filling stations will be flooded with fuel in the next 24-48 hours. So there's no need for panic buying.
No, but if man did say at least 2 weeks, we should prepare for 2 weeks.
But the same, I think Moman and other stakeholders in the petroleum sector are also saying that they gave directive that their members should work more hours to ensure that the products are available across the country. What we are seeing now is just mere panic buying. People who have fuel still want more because they feel that the scarcity might likely continue, but I don't see it continuing. I don't see it coming. From what I saw today, I don't see the scarcity continue beyond today.
Nice sharing news. Thank you so much. From leadership and national economy, we are moving over to the next paper we have on our menu for review this morning, and that is THISDAY. THISDAY has on its cover APC governors divided over national convention, choice of consensus. APC governors divided over national convention, choice of consensus. Leaders now considering March. Mustafa, February 26, sacrosanct. APC governors divided over national convention, choice of consensus. Leaders now considering March. Mustafa, February 26, sacrosanct. Mr. Paul is so It's really something that is shocking that the leading party, the party in power, up till now cannot put its ass together.
Any governing party.
26th next week is supposed to be their convention date, and it's not yet certain whether the convention will hold or not.
We always hold this record. Any governing party in Nigeria is considered the largest party in Africa.
Yes.
Because one, by sheer size of Nigeria's population, political party membership outclass any other African country. So the largest political party as of today in Africa, the All Progressive Congress, is finding it difficult to manage itself. Party management happens to be one of the most challenging things.
And it's true, Mr. Paul. What is strange is that they had 7 whole years that could have, reconciled their differences.
When you have a measure of different political parties, this is what you get: CPC, ACN, AD, AMPP, new PDP, the MPDP, because the likes of Lugara are back to APC. So the likes of Lugara left and they are back, so they are still part of the new PDP. So there's this fusion of ideas that and interests that they are finding it difficult to accommodate within the party structure. So party management has become a very difficult thing in APC. So because they have challenges of party management, recruitment process in APC happens to be one of the most difficult things to do in APC. Look out from the congresses, from the World Congress to local government to state government. Up till now, some states are still in crisis. Example, Osun, they have their primaries coming up on Saturday. But you see the fierce battle between the Areshibola faction and the Oetola and the governor.
Yes.
Godson versus Godfather. I don't know how that will play out on Saturday. You see the Senator Shekaro in Kano and his party leader in quote now, party leader in quote, the governor of Kano State. That one has not been settled because the Shekaro faction are asking for 55% stake of the party structure in the state. And you know the governor will not take it. So that one is there. You have the Delta issue, you have the Enugu, you have there are so many. You have the Kwara issue. So party management has been one of the most challenging issues in the APC. So this convention, now they are now zeroing in on consensus. Have they got the buy-in of other aspirants? I don't think so. And they are now zoning the chairmanship to North Central. It means that people like Yari, people like Senator Modi Sharif, will lose out.
Yes.
Will they just lose out easily? So it's a big issue. And if they select their national chairman by consensus, there will be trouble. Because there's no unity in the party as of today. And you are talking about consensus. Why are they afraid of election? Why is the APC afraid of going into an election, even within its own walls? It shows clearly that if they cannot manage themselves, 2023, there will be a lot of question marks. And we are beginning to see the sign going by the series of electoral bills that has not been signed into law since the Buhari government came. So it will be, I don't know how they will do it. They've not started selling form. And that's a pointer that there won't be election February 26th. What Mustafa is saying, well, I don't know where he got his own information, but it's clear. This is 17th February, and convention is 26th, and you have not sold form. It means that the party hierarchy or some stakeholders have concluded that, look, let's zero on XYZ. But you are zeroing on XYZ. Have you gotten the buy-in of others? They should be careful before they start experiencing walkout or another emergence of another party from the APC. It could be new NAPC, NAPC.
Yes, NAPC, like we saw with
Like we saw in the PDP. So it's unfortunate that the APC have been having this internal
Wranglings.
yes, wrangling within themselves. And it shows clearly that, look, 2023, there will be a lot of issues.
Now, the amazing thing or the strange part of it is that the president is still respected by all. Is respected by all. So why do you think the president has not been able to rally these forces together and say, look, this is what we are going to do?
I don't know, understand what you mean by respected by all. By who? All means who? Members of the
Nigeria,
All Progressive Congress or
Yes.
the general Nigerian.
Don't forget, it was
Congress.
the one that said last year that the convention will take place this February.
Where's the convention? Where's the convention? He has not taken charge since, and he allowed the problem of the party to fester for too long. One, why did you allow the Buni-led committee to overstay? We expected that within the first 6 months, there would have been a convention. All these issues would have been sorted out about a year ago. People who by now nerves would have been calmed down. The reconciliation committee would have gone around to calm people down and compensate them. Where's the time to do all this thing now? Primaries is knocking. Primary election is knocking. And you know there are very interests within the party. About 26 governors will be going. About 26 to 28 governors will be going. It means that there are a lot of camps. New camps are springing out. Yet. So all of them are all geared towards taking over. Propelled by either from Abuja or by local chieftains back home. So they need to marry all these forces together under, I don't want to use umbrella, because if I say umbrella now, it will look as if under a tent, the tent of APC. So unfortunately, the president has not been able to hold his men together. So people see him, some people are alleging that because he has gotten his own, it does not matter again. So people just behave anyhow within the party. And the more they behave like that, the more others get angry and agree. So consensus will be difficult.
And you know, these infighting or not able to have a common front.
Yeah.
You know what? As the party in government, you understand just what you pointed out. It's going to have affects not just APC alone, but the whole of Nigeria.
Yes,
So
because
we are in dire straits.
any election conducted by the APC now, there will be a lot of question mark. A party that cannot manage itself, how can they conduct a fair election in 2023? Electoral Act.
I want to find out now that
how many times they send electoral act to the president? You will give one reason or the other.
we are going to that. But now that Mustafa said they can be moved to March, it can be moved to March, the convention. Now, what is the impact it's going to have?
Well, if it's within the threshold of the time frame, there won't be any negative impact per se, but people will lose confidence.
Are you going to take into cognizance the litigations that are going to follow after the convention?
Yes, I'm talking if they go for consensus. Agreed party members will go to court that they were not consulted, that they wanted to go and test their popularity in the open at a national convention where all delegates will come. But it appears some people are afraid that if they go for open contest, some undesirable elements will ascend to the seat of the national chairman democratically, and they are afraid. They are afraid. So I think parties, stakeholders within the power brokers within the APC want a complete loyalist. They want a complete loyalist to the president, to the presidency, and to the APC structure. There will be roles even within the APC. So they are trying to avoid such things. They don't want to have the national chairman that they cannot control, they cannot talk to. So that is the dilemma in the APC. Now,
we are having the issue of the assent to Electoral Amendment B.
Yeah.
It's obvious that how many days now since it was submitted and the president is here to assent to it. So from all indications, because there's a limit, you know, there's electoral law, INEC is supposed to announce give timetable 360 days before. It will be within that 360
For
days.
now,
But for now, and the president has not assented to it.
we cannot carpet the president over him not signing because he has 30 days with him.
Yes. And we're in how many days?
I think we're about
20,
nearly 20,
up to 20 days.
Nearly 20. So we cannot carpet the president for now. What we can do now is just appeal to make him see reasons, but we cannot carpet the president for not signing.
But if
because until they constitutionally allow not a number of days.
During his monitored interview in channels, he did say that the reason he didn't assent to the other bill, the one that was submitted to him before, was the issue of the direct primaries clause that was made, that once it's removed, he was going to sign it.
Did you see
and the National Assembly did the same.
Did you see the consensus?
And said to him.
It's not just a certain consensus in that. Did you see the conditions attached to it? It's pretty difficult. In fact, parties will even prefer direct primary or indirect primaries than to go for consensus. Consensus is pretty difficult. Where you get the buy-in of everybody sign, to be difficult. And another thing I see there that is a bit of that is scary, in my opinion, to the leadership of the APC is the electronic transmission of results. Live, real time. Do you know what it means? Real time. No room for you to manipulate. The manipulation level will be highly limited. And you trust this jet age of IT, where even children of 7, 8 can access information technology. So you mean that before 6 o'clock we will know who the next president or governor? Some people are scared. That is the power of electronic transmission. Of results. So some people are a bit scared. People tend to look at the direct primary, and the concept. No, for me, I see.
In other words, there's a hidden agenda behind it.
The fear now for me is the electronic transmission of results. You need to check out the last some of these elections conducted by Anambra and FCT and others. You need to see the curiosity. You need to see the number of people that access the INEC portal just to check the results. Although very difficult, but you need to see the number of interest. Yes, you need to see the number of interest. People want to know which polling booth, and some people will sit down and be checking the result, polling unit by polling unit. So there's this fear of electronic transmission of results because the way elections have been conducted in the country in the past. Some people we know today who are governors and public elected officials were not democratically elected. If we go by the reasons of
it's the reason why there's
democracy.
No development too.
Yes,
because people that were not elected are mainly those in power. We'll be going on the break right now. When we come back, we'll be looking at the last paper we have on our menu. Please don't go away. Just stay tuned.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Inside Nigeria, keeping you informed on what matters.
Welcome back. This is Inside Nigeria, on Leadership Television. My name still remains Winifred Bebo, and with me in the studio is Paul Augustine Ago. Paul, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence today. So, Guardian newspaper is our paper, last paper on our menu, and it says, young Nigerians defy CBN ban, gamble on risky crypto assets. Young Nigerians defy CBN ban, gamble on risky crypto assets. Adoption rate gains 10 percentage points in 1 year, says report. Scammers migrate to crypto P2P trading platforms. Buying, selling of stable coins gain traction. Non-enthusiasts, young professionals save stable coins in digital wallets. Asians, others feast desperate youths with trading bots. Young Nigerians defy CBN ban, gamble on risky crypto assets. Adoption rate gains 10 percentage points in 1 year, says report. Scammers migrate to crypto P2P trading platforms. Buying, selling of stable coins gain traction. Non-enthusiasts, young professionals save stable coins in digital wallets. Asians, others feast desperate youths with trading bots. Wow, that's a potpourri of stories today on The Guardian. So, Paul,
That's a very good story. I commend the editors of The Guardian for picking this story to lead their paper. See, this issue of crypto assets, cryptocurrencies, I describe them as magic money.
Okay.
Yes. And magic money is trending seriously across Nigeria, especially among the youth. People don't want to work. People just want to put in their money somewhere and expect returns. As we speak, I have a friend who has inundated me the past 3 days with one of these trading companies. Even down to this morning, he kept on bombarding me. And I told him that, look, I've taken a position. Anything that I do not see physically, I don't engage myself. I will do buying and selling, but physical products and services that I can render to somebody or an organization, and I get return. Not this magic money thing. But he stood his ground and told me that, look, his fortunes are about to change. I said, it's okay, no problem. But for me, I do not buy into magic money thing. And it's like that all over. Young men and women now don't want to engage in production. They want to go and sit somewhere with laptop and be buying currency and sell. And I told the young man that, look, the dollar that you keep on telling me that in the next 5 days, in the next 1 year, in the next 6 months will change, we appreciate. Dollar, the strength of dollar is predicated on production. The American, the Chinese economy, the German economy, British economy, they are all predicated on production. If you don't produce, your currency will not be valued. You will not gain the strength you anticipated or you wish or you desire. So if you go and produce something, and it's because we are not a production, we are a net import nation, our people just sit down and be looking for easy way. Example, ritual. There is trend all over now.
It is.
People don't want to do hard work. People don't want to exert energy to get returns. Go and I keep on using this Dangote salt. You can imagine those days when we were growing up as kids. Who ever imagined that somebody will make billions from salt? In those days, they mold salt like balls. There's this ballish looking salt. Yes. Where our mothers and fathers will use knife. Yes. They will scrape the salt whenever they are cooking. But today, Dangote and others have packaged that salt. Where do we find salt? If you go to most offices in Abuja today, you will not find salt. You will not find salt. You'll find salt in kitchens. But Dangote has succeeded in packaging that non-essential, something that is not important to many people, into $1 billion enterprise. And I said, why did Dangote decide to go into the production of salt? Because he knew money will come out of it. And I told the young man that why is it that you don't want to engage in production, rendering legal services, something that is genuine? He said, no, his life will change at the end of the year. And that tells the story of how Nigerians have become gullible. I like what the Guardians wrote here. Asians, others, feast desperately with trading hubs. If you go and check this crypto thing, most of the information comes from this Asian nation. How things have changed and things like that. To encourage you. Or I have this belief that, look, these people have a target. Once they hit their target, you will not see them again. They will disappear. Like Ponzi scheme. They will disappear. But we need the authorities to exert their authority, to stamp their authority. It's not enough to just issue statement, because it appears the Nigerian system is weak.
So what do you think
a lot of things
the
just
authorities should do to impose punitive sanctions?
Is for them to do more. The CBN, especially the CBN and its related affiliate financial institution, to do more, because they still pass through the financial institution. These guys still pass through the financial institution to claim their what they call gains or profit. Why can't our system block this illicit transaction? They should find a way of blocking it so that we will see it will be difficult for the promoters to convince their would-be victims that is possible. Because you can't stay in Lagos and transact with me without me going to the financial system. So our financial system, they have a lot of responsibility in this area. Because if they control like this, a lot of people will be killed at the end of the day. They are just marking time. By the time they hit their target, they will disappear. And already millions and billions would have been invested. And I warned the young man that, look, by the time your money hits certain amount of, because you'll be tempted. If you make 1 million, you want to go for 2 million. You want to go for 3. You want to borrow money and will invest into it. And by the time these promoters hit their target, they'll disappear and move to another country. Or change their face, change their name, and leave millions in misery back home here. So it's high time the CBN needs to up its game in protecting innocent Nigerians from these magic money companies or promoters.
But would you also blame it on the rate of unemployment in the country?
Yes, unemployment has a lot to do. Like 3% is not a good. It's not an easy. It's not a good thing. Like 3% unemployed in the country is really not good for our economy, and that is why organizations that has to do with promotion of small businesses like Smeda and others, National Directorate of Employment, need to be empowered. We need to invest more in entrepreneurship. We need to teach Nigerians and show Nigerians that, look, you can use small money, you can start a trade. Because big economies are predicated on trade, investment.
Yes.
And the SME control larger part of the economies of Germany, China, US. It is the SMEs. Where you find a small group of young men come together, form a small company, and be supported.
In Europe.
Yes. So we need to teach Nigerians how to make money. We need to teach our youth how to make money. And those who are not educated, you see them as thugs, hoodlums, even around Abuja. Most of the bus stops in Abuja taken over by hoodlums, who are government into themselves. Lugbe, Mabushi here, Area 1, everywhere. You find them. And it is as a result of this unemployment. You find a lot of graduates who cannot find job after years. If you are a graduate and you cannot find job after 5 years, you look relevant within your family, and you start thinking of what to do. And that has given rise to a lot of crime and criminality.
Yes, that's it.
Yes. Today, with 20,000, somebody is ready to kill. So there's need for us to look at this unemployment issue and find a way of addressing it, or mitigating or reducing it.
But besides this outright ban by civilian, what other punitive measures, like I asked before, should be made?
Go after the promoters. Go after the promoters, and that is where the intelligence community need to come in. The office of the NSA, the NIA, and the rest, DSS, not just for this high profile. They need to go after people like this because they are enemies of the state. They are enemies of the state. You are encouraging criminality. So the intelligence community need to work hard, identify these culprits, and nip them in the bud before the thing goes beyond control. Everybody wants to make quick money. I told them that, look, you can't sit in your house and make money. Go out, do something, produce something. And look at, and I keep on giving this example, our entertainment industry is one of the most successful sector of the Nigerian economy. Entertainment. 20 years ago, all you hear on air are foreign music.
Yes.
But today, you have more than enough Nigerian music. Yes. Even African nations also play Nigerian music. Uganda, example, Uganda. Go to Uganda.
No, all across Africa, they play
Nigerian music. That's one of our biggest achievements the last 20 years. Why can't we look at the magic in that entertainment industry? Movie, music, even comedy is gaining traction. Comedy that we see as good for nothing business is now a multi-billionaire industry. Because comedians today make good money. Why can't we copy that system? How we're able to conquer that sector and apply it in manufacturing, in the automobile, in agriculture, in all these things that we run after foreign countries to give us. China, US, UK. We import virtually everything. But today, we don't import music and we don't import movies. You can stay in your home and watch Nigerian movie for 24 hours and play Nigerian song for 24 hours and be well entertained. Why can't we do the same in other sectors of the Nigerian economy? If we do that, we'll start experiencing economic development. What we are experiencing today is economic growth. Only one sector enjoying a considerable level of development. While all other sectors are enjoying, while all other sectors are enjoying same growth, and you will start seeing economic development. Agriculture, industry, transportation, manufacturing, etc. You will start experiencing economic development instead of this economic growth. We're only experiencing economic growth in oil. We are not experiencing economic growth in agriculture.
Even at that, we are not.
We are seeing importing.
In terms of oil,
yes. We are not experiencing economic development.
So we take it out for refining.
Yes. We are not experiencing economic development in manufacturing, in automobile. We love automobiles, but all of them are imported. We are not experiencing economic development in even machineries, production machineries for the production of other goods and services. So we need to copy the magic in the entertainment industry and see how we can apply it in other sectors of the economy. That is where you see employment all over. Because if you buy one Toyota Jeep, one Land Cruiser, brand new today in Nigeria, you have guaranteed somebody's job in Japan, in South Africa, where they have their plants, in US, and in Canada, where they have their plants. If you buy a tire today, not manufactured in Nigeria, you have guaranteed somebody's job abroad.
Yes, it's being manufactured.
Yes, but if you buy something that is manufactured in Nigeria, like take for instance cement, that is manufactured in Nigeria, you have guaranteed somebody's job. If you buy bread that is manufactured in Abuja, know that you have guaranteed somebody's job in Abuja. Because you are the one picking, we are supposed to pick our own bills. We are picking bills of another person far away from here. You go to the high seas, you see a lot of ships heading towards Africa, more of them heading towards Nigeria. It means that people's jobs are guaranteed, and we're helping them.
And when they are going back, they go back.
When the Suez Canal had issue, you saw the way these Western people were crazy. Even the Asian countries, they were all mad over it, and ensured that look, that ship was taken away to allow ships to cross the Suez Canal, because they know that look, their business have been threatened. Threatened. So why can't you look at inward and see how we can empower our economy? Because the more we empower our economy, the more jobs are created. What we are producing today are a bunch of thugs, criminals, and we use the word hoodlums. It's only in this country that you see our leaders call youth hoodlums, thugs. You will never hear a British Prime Minister or a minister in the UK call our own citizens thugs or hoodlums. They will say misguided youth, misguided individual. They don't use it. We have so used to demystifying our own people. So it is high time we look inward. And if we don't do that, and the only way we can do that is by encouraging entrepreneurship, production. And we have a lot to do, because if you want to encourage entrepreneurship and production, first and foremost, the power sector must be fixed.
Yes. Ease of doing business.
Yes. The power sector must be fixed, because power has a way of affecting various sectors of the economy. Agriculture, manufacturing, industry, name it. Power affects all. If you want to even encourage SME, you need power. Because if you are giving somebody 500,000 to start a business, the first thing you'll be thinking of how to buy a generator for 150,000, 200,000. 200,000 for only power. He's going to buy fuel.
Going to buy for diesel, whatever.
Or diesel. So these are some of the issues. And if we don't tackle this unemployment issue, we'll continue to see things like this. This money retracting, assassin, and we're heading towards the time. 50,000. Somebody can be killed because of 50,000 naira. So we need to start addressing these issues. They are very, very germane to the survival of the Nigerian state.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to have you on our program today. Thank you so much. Viewers, you've been hearing, listening to Paul Augustine Agbo, his leadership in-house analyst. Paul, thank you so much once again. My name is Winifred Igweho, and tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow is another day on the program Inside Nigeria. Please keep a date with us. I remain Winifred Igweho. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.